Mr. Ben Llewelyn-Jones, British Deputy High Commissioner in Lagos, says UK exports to Nigeria amounted to £3.3 billion in 2022, while the total UK import from Nigeria in the period amounted to £2.2 billion. This, according to him, put the trade volume between the United Kingdom and Nigeria at £5.5 billion. Llewelyn-Jones gave the figures in an interview with the News Agency of Nigeria in Lagos. The envoy said the UK government had also introduced the Developing Countries Trading Scheme that would encourage and improve the exportation of goods from Nigeria.
So it's about $5.5 billion. That was the last set of figures that we used, and roughly 3.3 billion of that is the UK to Nigeria, 2.2 billion going other way, pounds, sorry, 5.5 billion pounds. We want that to be bigger, both ways. So one of the things we introduced, which will come into force in the spring of this year, is we call it the Developing Country Trading Scheme, which would essentially mean that for Nigeria, 99% of the goods that Nigeria currently exports to the UK would be done so duty-free. And we think it's a real opportunity, not just for raw products, but for finished products as well, for products that have been manufactured or indeed have been processed to be exported to the UK and to have the UK as a market. And we've been not just introducing that scheme on paper, but also looking for business partners who, for example, cocoa exporters or other agricultural exporters might want to partner with in the UK. Still, it's a big market, the UK, and it's a big step for people to export, but we want to make it as easy as possible for Nigerian exporters to do that. And secondly, we've been doing a lot of work here in Nigeria through the instruments we have, British International Investment, CDC used to be called, to look at the possibilities for investment. We have a very large existing pipeline of investment here, which has been working to create jobs and growth here, but nonetheless, finding still more and working with the Nigerian authorities on some of the challenges that make Nigeria not the easiest place currently to invest in, and trying to remove those to make sure there's more British investment here, because that's what we really want to see. So, as I said earlier, a real passion for that, and it's really important we keep pushing on that. Always a difficult thing to do, but really so important.
It said that the UK government was exploring ways to improve the trading relations with Nigeria, including partnering in supplying electric meters.
If you look at the kind of goods that the UK would like to see sold into the Nigerian market, we're often thinking of quality. So, for example, when it comes to electricity and metering, the UK has some of the most sophisticated metering equipment in the world, easy to apply in Nigeria, can make a qualitative difference, and is to electricity consumption and indeed payment, and make sure that the consumer gets the best value. That's the kind of smart technology that we can provide. And I think to scale, we'll see if that can be rolled out across Nigeria, but that's a very specific kind of example of the technology, but also the quality of the stuff that we can produce in terms of goods. Secondly, in terms of services, I think profiting from some of the excellent UK, both financial services, professional services available, and exporting that to Nigeria. When it comes to education, people often focus on those travelling to the UK, but in fact, British schools setting up here in Nigeria, British partnerships around distance learning with Nigerian universities, these are really, really important products, again, the quality of which really can't be competed with by other countries. And we're really proud, to be honest, when we look at the Developing Country Trading Scheme, that I think it's excellent. The EU's gone a great distance, the US too, but our scheme is still more generous than both those schemes in terms of the access it would give Nigerian exporters to the UK market. So we celebrate that and encourage others to make that step too.